So, do you want to give some context to how we got here, or should we just dive right
So,
into it? Oh god.
I found this website because I was searching up Hamburglar killing someone. Don't ask.
Please don't.
But I searched that up and I found this website called the Uncyclopedia, which is
Thank
which is basically the Onion but for Wikipedia, and it's the best website I've ever found in my life.
If that sounds too complicated, just think a Wikipedia, but cursed.
Wikipedia but for dumb people.
So right now we've landed
Wikipedia, but if you just put random facts and everything.
precisely, yeah. so we've landed on Oscar the Grouch because we fell too far deep into the rabbit hole.
And-
So we just decided to record this. So right now I will read the article of Uncyclopedia for Oscar the Grouch. Born in the early 20th century, has become a well-known face for the popular Sesame Street. But unlike the other monsters who have a reputation of being happy and friendly, Oscar has gathered a reputation for being grouchy. This begs the question, why would a man who lives in the happiest place on earth come off as grouchy? Well, those who ask this question are ignorant and lack insight into this monster's life. A life which is more torn and twisted than this world itself. Oh god, I'm already hating this. If only more people knew his story, they would. I'm sorry. I'm looking down here where it says "in the slums,"
Bro,
I'm already.
Just the
I'm
picture.
already.
Can you please zoom in
Go.
into the picture? It says Oscar at the orphanage.
He's right
This
there.
seems
As
like
if you couldn't see
that
him.
picture. That picture there, it gives off the vibes of like the boy in the striped pajama.
Oh
This-
god.
Or either that or a fucking serial killer documentary.
Yeah.
All right. So, where was I?
Wait,
they
World
would-
War II!
Hold on! Hold on!
Oh,
no,
no.
no, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Okay, we're not there yet. Oh,
Oh, I see
Okay,
that
hold
picture
on.
of Oscar already. It's...
They would come to see why he can be more or less angry at times. But sadly, this isn't the case. His life has brought him down, and as he withers away from this world, which has forsaken him, he lives with the infamous nickname Oscar the Grouch.
Hold on, before we continue, I noticed something on the left side. What the fuck
Yeah.
is peer review? What is
Wait.
peer review?
We'll get this out later. We have to stick on track with at least one thing first.
Okay. I just
Alright,
noticed
alright.
that now.
All right. In the slums, born in 1925, Oscar was thrown.
Oh, hold on. What? There's so much going on. I see so many different things.
Okay, all right. Let's just get through this. All right. Born in 1925, Oscar was thrown into a world of good times and happiness. People were living every day to its fullest and expressing everything they felt. Oscar didn't fully experience this, however, as he was born in the slums of Sesame Street. Oh my god. His apartment had one room, no water or electricity, and smelled due to its location below the snuffleupagus. Oh god.
God.
No. I can't. Known for his love of cabbage, in this condition, most would think that a young boy would give up on life and sink into depression. Oscar was an optimistic person, though, and that's not even true. And always believed that one day things would get better. He was right for a while. His father got promoted to chocolate chip inserter at the cookie factory. And they had raised enough money to buy a nice apartment next to Elmo. However, things suddenly changed when the Great Depression
Oh
hit.
my god.
When the Great Depression hit, the world went into a solemn chaos. which also affected Sesame Street. Oscar's father had lost everything from his job at the cookie factory to his sanity.
Hold on, I blinked out for a second. What the fuck happened?
The Great Depression
So,
hit.
the Great Depression hit, and Oscar's dad lost his
You know,
job.
I feel like Oscar the Grouch has been living in the Great Depression for however long he's lived. He's been there. He's been in that trash can forever.
When the Great Depression hit, the world. Oh wait, I already read that. My bad. Perhaps the most emotionally traumatizing change in his father was that he simply wouldn't sing silly songs anymore. He would often go on long cookie eating binges and come home staggeringly ecstatic. Oscar, watching as, on countless occasions, his father outright refused to sing silly songs with his mother. When his mother ran to her room crying, Oscar watched as he outright kicked the number 2. Wait, what? Hold on.
Oh no, he kicked the number.
Hold on. His father outright refused to say when his mother ran to her room crying, Oscar watched as he outright kicked the number 2. Okay. The pain was unbearable as that was Oscar's favorite number. Still in all of That is such a bad joke. Of course a dude who lives in a dumpster would like the number 2. Then fudge, I lost my place. Blah blah blah. Favorite number. Okay, there we go. Still in all of this turmoil, Oscar remained positive and regarded life as simply troubled at the time. Oh gosh. Then one day his father came home with a bloodied and torn letter Q. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
He swung the Q around and blood splattered all over young Oscar's clothes. Forever traumatizing him, the police arrived, arresting his father, and sent Oscar to an orphan home. In these homes where Oscar stayed until he was 18, there was only one cookie before bedtime and just an hour of playtime. Throughout all of this, Oscar tried to stay as happy as he could, yet his condition made it hard for him to see the light in the dark situation.
Can you please read the caption on the image?
Oh, right. My bad. Oscar the Grouch Saving Private Elmo, the original film before the remake Saving Private Ryan. A second film was necessary because Oscar's character was too grouchy and unheroic.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. World War II period. Oh. No.
Was he drafted?
World War II period. Oscar had a troubling high school career at the time. Green fur was considered uncool. Alright. And many of his peers laughed at it.
Did he experience racism?
I don't
Muppet
know.
racism.
Girls often ignored him and went for sillier monsters such as Cookie Monster. Of course they would. Despite this, he was dedicated to his school and sports. But with the orphanage needed more money, he was forced to work hours out in the fields, harvesting zeros and ones that would later be turned into real numbers at the number factory.
The fuck?
The fields were large and boring compared to the candy factory, where many of his close friends worked. Then the most unsilly thing in his life happened. When the war came, Oscar was 18 and he was immediately drafted.
Oh my god.
Well, you were right about that.
That was fast.
He fought alongside many of his close friends and one that he had known for a long time, Elmo. Elmo's life was hard, just like Oscar. Elmo, originally green, had his fur permanently stained red when a Japanese warrior slashed him during the war. Oh my god! I can't. No.
So stupid.
I don't mean to
Alright.
read ahead, but it's so it just
No,
gets
no,
worse.
no. Alright, a Japanese warrior slashed him during the war. In order to remain alive, Elmo is on many pills that make him hallucinate, hence his own world. Oh god. No.
Oh god.
Oh. When Oscar came back from the war, he walked in on his girlfriend Zoe singing the alphabet with Big Bird.
Oh no.
This is a fever dream.
Someone had to think of this, man.
Oscar was sorely hurt and immediately stormed off and never saw either of them again.
You know
He couldn't get it.
Bro, I'm never gonna look at Elmo again and not think about him getting slashed by a Japanese man.
Oh my god! I'm almost done. I gotta get through this. Okay, blah blah blah. He couldn't get a job and therefore he couldn't live anywhere. For a long time, he lived in the Sesame Streets.
Bruh.
Wait, hold on. For a long time, he lived on the Sesame Street streets in rags. How much? Oh my god! No. Okay, all right. Temptations. Oscar, now at the lowest he had ever been, was starting to get desperate to survive. He barely scrounged enough to eat via begging, and he was forced to drink in the sewers.
Oh.
Then one day, an opportunity arose. Bert, a fellow citizen of Sesame Street, silently came up to Oscar. Hold on. He told him about selling candies. Oh no!
Now we're getting into drugs.
No! Oh my god! He told him about selling candies and how many of the children of Sesame Street would buy them at exceedingly high prices. This is drugs. No!
Oscar went from a veteran to a drug dealer.
You know, not outside the realm of possibility here.
Based off a true story.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find a couple here in LA.
Oh my god. Okay. Selling candy after bedtime was against the law. However, and Oscar had a big
After the bedtime.
Wait, hold on. Selling candy after bedtime was against the law, however, and Oscar had a big decision to make. On one hand, Oscar was a good and virtuous man, and he didn't want to hurt children. On the other hand, he was desperate and needed to live. Oscar finally decided to try it. He would often hide in trash cans, and when a child came by, he would pop out.
Can you read the caption?
Hold on, let me finish this.
Uh,
Money started coming in for him, and opportunities opened up. Surprisingly, instead of using this money to buy a home and clothes, he invested in setting up a system that connected all trash cans in Sesame Street. He would go from one to the other, all underground. When someone came around and saw him talking to a child, he would pretend to be teaching them the ABCs. The system worked very well for him until he was around 50, when he was caught and
50.
thrown in jail. Let's see here. The caption here says, "A young child falling victim to the temptations of candy after bedtime."
What the fuck?
that fucking picture, man.
Oscar the Grouch in prison. Life today. In jail, he faced many hardships, including pies to the face. Oh my god. Pies to the face, a restriction of singing silly songs, no numbers and letters of the day, and everything else associated with the Sesame Street Monster Correctional Facility.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
When he was released 10 years later, he returned to the network of trash cans and he had... Wait, what? When he was released 10 years later, he returned to the network of trash cans he had made. Although he had stopped selling candy, he still pops up around Sesame Street with a friendly hello. But many monsters treat him differently because of his past. He has grown very old and has little time to live. His hard life cannot be fathomed by the young generation of today. People often wrongly judge him for his slight anger. So he withers away with the label Grouch unjustly appended to his name. Yet he still does appreciate in the popular Sesame Street. Wait, fudge. I'm sorry. Yet he still does make appearances in the popular Sesame Street show. He hates the job though and describes it as a great time waster. He also has a part-time job at Elmo's World, where he can be found sadly treating Elmo's many symptoms such as seeing colors and believing his goldfish can talk. And then down here,
See also.
and then down here we have Once Upon a Time Oscar Wilde tried impersonating Oscar the Grouch. He won an Oscar for it.
Bro, this is.
Oh my god. Oh.
This is
I
horrible.
think- Oh my god. Joe, you were right. That was a fever dream. I honestly can't. I'm done.
I'm scared of the World War II link.
All right. So, done with that. So
Yeah.
So we have one more option. We either have World War II, the Great Depression, war veterans, Elmo's World, or Sesame Street.
Actually, wasn't there a piss one?
All right, so I guess now that we got P review out of the way, let's go back. So what do we click on
I
next?
feel like Elmo's World will be the worst one.
Oh,
All in favor for Elmo's World?
fuck it, why not?
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Hold on, I'm tabbed out right now. What's going on? Oh, what the fuck?
What is this?
Oh great.
You gotta read all the quotes, man.
I only touched Elmo where he wanted to be tickled. Michael Jackson. My son went to the place, and I haven't seen him since. Foolish mother talks about Elmo's World. What? You mean it's a bad place? Captain Obvious on Elmo's World.
It's Captain Oblivion.
Captain Oblivious. I'm sorry. I escaped, but it was not easy. Plop. An innocent victim moments before dying.
Oh my god.
Yay, Elmo's World. George W. Bush during his speech about the place. That's where I was raised. Walt Disney.
Wow.
Elmo's World is a living hell. Captain Understatement on Elmo's World. Elmo's a crazy motherfucker. Captain Obvious.
Oh, those are links. Then you can click right.
I can, but I'm not gonna click
Hold on, you gotta
let's-
read the caption first before you read the back.
Elmo greeting his next victim to his world. Elmo's World. Oh my god. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck am I looking at? Oh great. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Elmo's World. Okay. Elmo's World is the name of a place of pure evil that man greatly fears. It is a dark and gruesome place ruled by a mass murderer named Elmo. The world consists of burning brimstone, suffering people, and is filled with the screams of children, who are usually the resident victims of the world. All of this amuses the sinister Elmo and makes him very happy to be the king. Those who enter this horrible world never return, except for the blithering cowards, or if they do, they die within the next 20 seconds of escape.
Jesus.
Okay, so before I begin, right, I just want to point out that right here, he's green. So that means that at least they
before
stuck
the war.
with this is
Yeah.
before the war. You know, I'm gonna just say this. I would much prefer reading an article, a fake article about Elmo going on an LSD trip and all like Elmo's world being nothing but his imagination than him being the Dark Lord of a hell. Oh my god. This caption reads, Elmo moments before his first kill. And then over here on this side, Elmo about to claim another life.
Jesus Christ.
The story of Elmo's world began with the little monster named Elmo. Elmo was originally constructed as a toy for little children from Fisher Price. Oh my god. There were many types of Elmos. Some played patty cake and others were ticklish. Also, because children loved expensive and interactive toys, all of the Elmos were a success. So it wasn't long before there came the plan to make an Elmo that knew children's names. Fisher Price crowned this as their grand master plan, and they would even jack up the price even more than all previous Elmos. However, Fisher Price was facing a tight economic budget. So to save money, they decided to use thread from old materials that no one ever used anymore. One of these Elmo's toys was stitched together from the very thread that made up the coat of Jack the Ripper. Really? Really?
How the fuck we get Jack the Ripper?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Fisher Price just had the coat of Jack the Ripper in their factory.
And thus the spirit of the evil killer possessed the toy.
Isn't this basically Chucky?
It
yeah,
is.
pretty much.
Pretty much. Oh gosh. The toy was later purchased by a man who wanted to be a ventriloquist, and since he wasn't very good at thrusting his voice, a talking doll was just what he needed to get his career going. At first, signs of possession went unnoticed, but soon the man's family started to worry when the doll threatened to kill their son. Fisher Price simply passed this off as a malfunction. 2 nights after the threat, the doll made its first kill. Hold on. It says right here it was threatening a kid, yet to the left it says moments before its first kill. That is a full-grown
that was the
man.
ventriloquist, man. That was the ventriloquist.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Alright.
So is Jack the Ripper possessing Elmo that's possessing a guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's just possessing the doll. Oh man.
Someone came up with this lore, man.
The doll made its first kill. The man was doing a show one night with Elmo and was asking Elmo a lot of questions that annoyed the living hell out of him. Then he finally asked Elmo if he liked him, to which the doll responded by literally putting him in the spotlight. Sure. Elmo then started his career as a mass murderer. He continued this career for years, and soon his blue fur... Blue? I thought it was supposed to be green! Man.
This continuity is messed up. We gotta retcon.
Get it? We gotta retcon it. We gotta retcon it.
Which one's canon?
Usually, hold on, stained with so much blood due to being possessed by Jack the Ripper. Elmo usually targeted women that he came across. However, he soon grew fascinated with the children that he also encountered, and they soon became a major suspects of his kills. Oh my gosh. The kills garnered so much controversy around Fisher Price, who had brought this monster into the world. Well, yeah, if you didn't have Jack the Ripper's coat conveniently at your factories.
How would they know it's possessed, though?
I don't know.
Where'd you even get the coat?
Exactly.
I don't.
I feel like if you had the coat, you would kind of have an idea of who the fuck Jack the Ripper was at this point, right?
I guess.
There's like...
But
there's a lot of details left unchecked here.
There's a lot of plot holes.
But wait, get this, like all major companies, Fisher Price didn't mind.
Didn't mind.
They were the subject of many newspaper articles and media attention. They ate it all up. Of course they would. There were many attempts by complete and utterly stupid people to put Elmo down, but all who tried to stop him met a bloody and horrible fate. Oh boy! Oh boy!
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
what happened? I missed. I didn't pay attention.
The coming of Elmo's world. You're not missing much.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say coming to Christ.
No, El-
Elmo was
Elmo is
baptized.
Elmo in his apartment on Sesame Street. After years of running, Elmo was eventually caught by the police after they lured him into a pool of glue.
What?
Into a pool of glue, telling him that it was ice cream. Elmo was then forced to wear a straitjacket, was strapped
Okay,
to
wait.
what?
So this fucking possessed doll just starts murdering people, but his weakness was ice cream. He got lured into ice cream. Of all things.
Oh my! I
Not like
can't.
that, but glue stopped them.
Yeah.
All right. Elmo was then forced to wear a straitjacket, was strapped to an operating table, and was then gagged to make sure he could not escape. Even so, the police. Even so, the police could barely contain the prisoner, for Elmo was too psychotic and dangerous to keep subdued. Elmo was then placed in a jail cell without food and water for 5 weeks, during which he only managed to escape and murdered several guards. After Elmo finally became too weak to move,
Wait,
they
repeat that. Repeat that.
from where?
Like from when he was captured.
Okay. Okay, and was then gagged to make sure he could not escape.
Okay.
Even so, the police could barely contain their prisoner, for Elmo was too psychotic and dangerous to keep subdued. Elmo was then placed in a jail cell without food and water for 5 weeks, during which he almost managed to escape and murdered several guards.
No, so hold on. So the police were barely able to contain him, but they managed to trap him with glue.
Yeah. I guess.
I guess so. Oh man. After Elmo finally became too weak to move, they sent him to hell after he was gunned
What the
down.
hell? How?
No. No, it gets better. It says here they sent him to hell after he was gunned down by Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
The only man with enough power to kill him.
This is horrible.
Upon entering hell, Elmo was immediately put through much torture and despair for his hideous atrocities. Through his agony, Elmo was filled with rage and eventually challenged Satan himself for ownership of hell. No one would ask what kind of idiot would risk his own kingdom when there is no need to do so. But unfortunately for Satan, he had a very big enough ego that forced him to do so. Elmo faced Satan in a game that he had no hope of ever cheating, let alone winning, at a Christian version of the game of life. Like,
What?
a Christian version of the game of life.
In hell.
So it's in hell, mind you. Elmo was actually skilled at cheating at this game and cheated his way to victory. Upon winning the game, Elmo took over hell and enslaved Satan himself. Elmo then brought hell to the surface in an apartment building on a place called Sesame Street. This place was full of
Fuck.
This place was full of cute and innocent residents, so no one would suspect that Elmo's new world would be located here. After his new setup, Elmo lured innocent children into his world using candy and happy giggles, where he would be condemned to an eternity of torture that amused the insane Elmo. Each day, Elmo thought of a different torture, usually involving a set of crayons.
What?
A set of crayons, and his victims were forced to endure that torture. Elmo would start things off by showing the victims what the torture would be like, using his assistants, the fish you flushed a few years ago.
Okay. It's getting out of hand.
Satan
Figured
himself
out
was
a hand
Satan himself was also used by Elmo to demonstrate these tortures. He was dressed in a bow tie and suit and was given the name Mr. Satan. Oh, I thought he was gonna change the name to Mr. Noodle. He was then forced to show Elmo and his victims an example of the type of torture Elmo was thinking.
I wish they made him Mr. Doodle.
No lie, me too. Elmo's world met its end when Satan finally snapped his last nerve control cell. It happened one day while Elmo was thinking of an extremely bad torture and ordered Satan to drop his pants in front of all the children. No. I can't do
What?
I can't do Satan to drop his pants in front of all the children. Satan refused to do so and Elmo started to whip him. He then ordered him again and again, but Satan refused and continued to get whipped. Then, after his 18th whip, Satan finally slapped and unleashed all of his hidden power he had kept contained within him for centuries. Power that would force you to scream, "Holy shit, that is some colossal power!" This uncontrollable power broke Satan free of his chains and severely damaged Elmo's world. After the power simmed down, Elmo and his world were left severely injured. Satan then dragged the world and Elmo back underground. Elmo was then subject to an eternity of torture beyond imagination.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god!
What the
I'm
hell?
done. I'm done. I'm done. End of video there. We're done.